How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Two Penny Games Piggy Bank, your favorite casual gaming podcast with my casual gaming buds. My name is Phil. I'm your host for this show that we record every Monday afternoon, sometime between the hours of 2 and 4 in the afternoon, whenever time permits, over on twitch.tv/2pennygames. Of course, if you can't catch us live, you can watch us over on youtube.com/@2pennygames every Saturday at 8 a.m. Central. Of course, I'm not alone here. I'm here with two of my best friends in the whole world, one of them being Mr. Connor Elliott.
Being introduced first, like always, as is deserved. Now, do the other
Except for last week?
Except for last week, yes, but,
And across the field from him, Tavin Bothel.
I'm so mad. Sometimes, you think of something and you go, oh, that'd be a great way to start the podcast. And then it totally, blanks out of your mind because there's so much going on in between your thoughts and then setup and then all these things. So, I had something that I was going to, really mock Connor for, and it's gone.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I saw it in your face.
That's all I got.
But, oh well.
See, that's something for me that, I'm still working on, especially in terms of, when I talk to my wife. Matter of fact, we were just talking about it today where, I'll think of something and I'll want to say it, but I don't want to interrupt her because she gets really upset when I interrupt her, as, normal people do. But with my brain, if I don't say it right then, I'm going to lose it. It's going to be gone. Right.
I'm a big, when that happens, I'm a big finger crosser. A big, cross your fingers, remember this thing, and then get back to it when there's a break.
Huh.
See, but it's but for me, it's then I feel like I'm more focused on what I'm going to say and crossing my fingers, and I'm no longer listening to what the person's saying.
You're already crafting a response in your mind. It's especially hard when there are multiple things to respond to, and you have to take it one by one. But then you have to remember each one.
End up with a bunch of cross fingers.
Yeah,
Spock out of
start crossing your toes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I saw art of that recently.
Crossing toes.
Yeah.
I don't
a lot
know.
of art I follow, it's very clear of okay, this person's drawing this character this way because they're appealing to foot fetishists or they are foot fetishists, and it's, part of the game, part of the scrolling game.
Does it appeal to you?
It does not. Feet are not my thing.
Why is it on your feed?
Because the other aspects of the photo, are my thing.
You control your own algorithms, You control your algorithm.
Actually, I can't much anymore.
It's feeding to you what it thinks you might enjoy.
No.
I found myself, my TikTok is infested with white speed rappers. These are white rappers who think rapping well means rapping fast, and that's not the case. There's this guy called Gone, Gawne, Gone.
Okay.
And he's just infested my feed because I hate watching him. Because every video is, I'm going to speed it up. And I'm like, bro, stop. You're not saying anything. And he's got the lyrics on the screen so I can read what he's saying. And I'm like, you didn't say anything. You just put a bunch of syllables together.
He's using the most words to say nothing.
Literally. And it's always, I'm going to kill mumble rap and I'm the best lyricist and nobody. I'm like, dude, you're not saying anything. You may as well be mumble rap.
Is he
also calling things mumble rap in the Big 25 is fucking crazy?
Is he
British? 2025? That's a term that I haven't heard probably since I was in high school.
Mumble rap, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a fad at the time and then it went away?
No, it just kind of became part of the culture, and it became integrated into it. And to be honest, the whole idea of mumble rap was just a pushback to progression of culture. So a lot of these artists weren't really you could figure out what they were saying. It really wasn't that hard. And it was just, I don't know. It just became a style of music that was pushed back against because it was new, and it was different. We were coming off of the bling era.
I knew it.
We were coming off of the blog era, and so it's just we went from real flashiness, real slow lyricism, and then we went into some denser lyricism with the blog era. And a bunch of frat raps and party raps and so forth, but and then we went into this. I would call it more of a trap era. I think trap is a better way to describe it, where we had these dudes who were so high off of lean that they were slurring their words and mumbling their lyrics, and there was just a pushback against that. But you know,
Now those people are dead.
a lot of them are dope. You got to stop with that.
Are they not?
No, they're not. You got to stop with that.
You always talk about how
No,
a bunch of the new generation died out.
Yes, but so
Maybe-
few of them are mumble rappers.
I was gonna say
You got to stop
like,
with this
the
rappers
people- but the
dying
people
thing
that
because
died-
it's edging on like a weird prejudice thing. Like
Yeah.
you're doing a bit much with it.
Barely say it.
the people
No,
that
you
die
say it a
in
lot.
this category of rap are two entirely different things.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess so.
They're not correlation is not causation.
And also, every time I bring up a rapper, your first instinct is they're dead, right? You gotta stop.
Yeah,
You gotta stop.
like the last 2 times he's brought it up in the Discord chat, you've like, oh, that's the dead one, right?
Literally, you did that with MGK. Like,
Yeah, I
what
thought
the
he
fuck
was.
are we doing, man?
I hadn't heard about him
He's
for, like,
married
years.
with a child to Megan Fox.
Well, that's better. Oh, he is
Are they
married.
married?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're married.
I don't know. They might be.
They were
I don't.
just
It's not.
We're
It's
in
not
a-
Megan. It's not Megan Fox's kid. It's his kid from a previous relationship.
Yeah, no, yeah.
but-
He's been a dad for a long time, but Megan Fox is
Yeah.
pregnant.
Oh well, yeah, but I mean, they're gonna have a kid together. But
Yeah. Machine Gun Kelly in his not bad boy, in his boy band
Dad boy.
era. His fucking, what the fuck is that about? Eminem really killed this man's rap career.
Oh, did they have a beef back in the day?
Are you kidding? Anyways,
he's the
why
one
are we
who
here?
led
Phil?
he led the charge to cancel Eminem.
Oh. I tried to. That was never going to work.
Your lack of just awareness of pop culture is.
It's been beneficial for my life, I believe.
I don't think so, because you just
Maybe from
sound
your
like
point
an
of view.
idiot.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say. At
That is what they say, but not when you're loud about your ignorance.
least I'm open about it.
That's true. Of course, Tavin, this is the TwoPennyGames Piggy Bank, where we come together and we talk about games casually, in a casual fashion. We play mini games against one another. We compete. We sometimes talk about just what we've been playing, just random discussion topics in gaming, what we look forward to playing in the future. And yeah, that is the TwoPennyGames Piggy Bank. Myself, after being under the weather, I've for probably like two of the 3 days I was kind of just out after we recorded the podcast. I was just on my PlayStation Portal playing some Clair Obscure Expedition 33. And I'm in Act 3 now.
Heyo. All the wrong buttons.
You just get into Act 3? Or you, like,
I'm
been in it?
probably like an hour or two into Act 3. Jeez, it is thundering outside.
That's what that was? It sounded like a cat knocking over boxes.
No, that was thunder.
Oh,
I
it
know.
sounded better that time. Anyways, yeah, Act 3. I'm somewhere in Act 2. I don't know if I'm deep or not. I've just like kind of turned the main mission off, and I'm like just exploring the world and the map, and I'm really slow rolling this one. Like I don't want it to end. I want to know all of its nooks and crannies as much as possible. So like I'm literally like I texted Phil yesterday and I said, hey man, it must have been the day before. And I'm like, hey man, like I'm like exploring this map and I'm literally taking notes in my phone of like, hey, you can't complete this area, come back later for XYZ reasons. It's too difficult.
Yeah.
You don't have something that you need, or like there was one I was like, oh, I don't have enough money to buy this weapon. I'll come back later. And so like
Yeah,
I
you're
got
telling
my
me-
notes and so forth. So
You were telling me about how you're taking notes.
yeah. So just like I'm taking note of like the location name, where it is on the map, and why I left that area. And I'm like, I should have done this from the beginning.
Small quality of life thing. Now in Act 3, SK can fly.
Is
Just
that
now.
when it happens? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Doesn't he already fly out the gate?
No. Well,
No.
yes, he does.
Not-
but
not
he
while
won't-
you're on
he
him.
won't carry you.
Oh, okay.
You're too heavy.
You're too heavy.
Is there a lot of platforming that gets
A good
involved in that? Yeah.
Good amount.
Pretty good amount of platforming, yeah.
Yeah. There's
More than
some,
you'd think.
Yeah.
There are what I would describe you're familiar with Only Up. the viral game
With
where
that sledgehammer or
was that the sledgehammer one?
No,
that's something else. No, Only Up was the like objects floating in space, and it was real janky platforming, and people would like jump and try to get to the top, and it was a bunch of people like montages of people falling and raging and stuff like
very
that.
momentum based.
Oh, I hadn't seen that. No.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of those types of games. Though,
They have platforming challenges in Clair Obscur that are pretty much like super influenced by that. Like, so it's just a bunch of objects floating in the sky, and you got to climb up it.
The sledgehammer game that you're thinking of is where it's the bald guy in the cauldron.
Yeah. Getting over
and
it.
it's Bennett Foddy's getting over it. Yeah,
That's what it was. Yes. Kind of the same.
So yeah.
type.
I think the platforming.
All of those games that he makes are the same. So
the platforming in Clair Obscur is fine. It gets the job done. I think it's pretty forgiving. For the most part, as long as you take your time and you're not rushing anything, you're gonna get through it no problem. Like it's really not that difficult. But there's more of it than you would have ever fucking thought.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they first like introduced like, oh yeah, you can jump on these little platforms, get a little item. I was like, okay, that's cute that you can do that. And then you get to these actual platforming challenges and you go, oh, this is like a real mechanic that you guys are using. Oh, okay, gotcha. So
I would say a good like 70% of it is optional for like fun like upgrades and like currency and
that basic stuff.
different like abilities you can get.
Usually you just get a cosmetic out of it.
Yeah.
Did you guys find the French outfits? Saw someone dress them up.
I've got the full French outfit for Verso. I don't have the full thing for everybody else.
I've got the full one for Lune. And I have the outfit, but not the hairstyle for Mayel. I think I had one for Gustav, but spoilers, you don't keep that. So yeah, but yeah, I have those. Those you get by finding mimes through the world. There are enemies that are literal mimes in the world, and they're tough. And
well,
so
you get a lot of different hairstyles for killing mimes. You get whatever hairstyle they're rocking.
Oh, I thought that's where the French baguette on the back outfits came from, or so forth.
I don't think so. I got the outfit for Verso for completing a platforming challenge.
Oh, interesting.
Like one that was on one of the gestural beaches.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Have you figured out what's going on with the painter workshops yet?
I've been to 2 of them.
Yeah, so have I.
And they link together.
Yeah. My understanding is that you have to go to all of them to like
To
fight
understand
whatever
it,
boss
yeah.
is in there, I guess.
They're terrifying.
What it looks like to me behind the gate. It looks like the one that you fight right before the end of Act 1, the lamplighter guy.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, that was a good boss.
It was a good boss.
There's a lot of good bosses. Right now, I'm running around the world. There's giant bosses on the like. They're like just mostly they're just big versions of regular bosses, but they're huge. And
I've seen like 3 of them.
Yeah. And they give you like the best Pictos, which are the equivalent of materia in the game.
Yeah.
They give you the best Pictos in the game is by beating them. So like right now, my mission has just been to kind of find them and kill them right now. So some of them I've been successful. One of them kicked my ass so hard I was like, I'm not doing this right now.
Yeah, I want to get into that game.
It's so good.
I may play it today. I'll see.
It's so good. Like this is this one is a moment for me, I think, where like
Definitely
this proves everything that we've been saying on Gamescast, where we can have smaller games that are not the biggest thing in the world. This one's still sizable. It's still 30, 40. My game clock is pushing 30, and I'm nowhere near the end of it. But like on a normal playthrough, you're probably cracking around the 35-hour mark.
Yeah.
It looks good, but it doesn't look the best. And it was made by a smaller team, and the budget wasn't crazy.
First game too.
Yeah, their first game. Yeah, it's really, really impressive what they've accomplished here. It's so much fun, and it's got some of the best written characters I've seen in a video game, at least since Baldur's Gate 3.
Damn. I mean, 60 hours in total of stuff to do.
That makes sense. There's a lot to do.
We talk about all the time about how PlayStation clock is weird. Mine says 44 hours. So.
Yeah, mine says 35, 40 something hours on a PlayStation clock, but my actual save file, the last time I jumped in was like 23 hours, and I've played at least 3 or 4 hours since then. So
I'll have to see what mine says. But you know, PlayStation be PlayStation.
PlayStation be PlayStation. We'll talk about one other thing that we've been playing real quick before we dive into our topics. All right, Troopers!
Helldivers 2.
It's time. Connor, what was built on hope?
Star Wars?
Battlefront 3 was built on hope.
All
right?
Yes.
And much like rebellions are built on hope. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, Connor and I have been jumping into Battlefront 2. We've been playing that. There's been a resurgence of Battlefront 2 online, and a bunch of people flooding comment sections saying, we want Battlefront 3, all this, that, and the third. This last Saturday, there was a big player event where everybody agreed to jump in on Saturday. Connor, you and I jumped in on Saturday to do our part, and they crashed the servers.
Good sign.
Over 17,000 players, their highest concurrent of all time, even higher than when they launched and had all their players at once. And yeah, Battlefront 2 is a lot of fun. And it's one of those things that, it started off rough. We don't really need to go, we know all the problems that it had at launch.
Loot boxes, ran bad,
Yeah, it was just, it was a mess, right? They did come around and turn it around. And by the time Rise of Skywalker came out 2 years later, it was in a really good place. And that's when I jumped into it. I played a whole bunch of hours, but the fan base quickly died off after that, and you couldn't find games. And then now all of a sudden, everybody's back and everybody's playing, and it's so much fucking fun. It's so good.
I would be curious to find out how many people bought the game for this.
I feel like a
sizable
people,
amount. Yeah,
it's cheap. It's on PlayStation for $20.
Yeah. So yeah, I imagine a bunch of people I do imagine a lot of this player base is formerly played the game or already had the game or something like that. But there's got to be a lot of people because you're including all the platformers. 17,000 on Steam. Highest concurrent number of players ever. Several thousand people must have bought this game again. So much so that old devs have responded and they're like, dude, it's great. There's talk of quote unquote getting the band back together if EA were to allow it. I doubt it. Also,
right.
DICE is not what DICE was 7 years ago. So, it's a different team that would lead that charge or whatever. But you can't ignore what's happened here.
It coincides with two things. Fortnite has a bunch of Star Wars stuff going on, so clearly, the people that want to play online games would jump into this if they just decided, I guess the stars aligned for that to happen. But also, I don't know how the rest of the United States is or overseas, but school had just gotten out over here. Kind of convenient time for people to be able to play a little bit more online games, I don't know if that all has anything to do with it, but either way, it's such a cool, because we talked about it a lot, how games can last for an hour. They very often do, because you have this push-pull.
In the supremacy mode. The supremacy mode, which I would say is the main mode.
Yeah.
A lot of people do the hero battle. There's some other modes and stuff that are in there. But yeah, the supremacy mode, I would say, is the main mode. It's the best mode. Where you start on the ground. It's the classic Battlefront, capture your command posts, score the points, and then win the game. But after if you win the land battle, you go up into space and you attack the enemy ship. And if you destroy the ship, then you win. But very often, the enemy can fight you off. You go back to the ground, you fight on the ground again, and then they can push you up into your ship. And then there's this tug of war back and forth and that, where ideally, minimum these games are lasting 20 minutes. But very often they start pushing 45 minutes to an hour just because there's so much push, pull, we're going up to their ship, they're taking us back down, they're going up to ours, we're pushing them back down, we're going back up to theirs, they push us down, we going back up and win, that's a literal
war of attrition.
It is.
And literally there was a game that definitely crossed the hour mark that we played, and we ended up losing. The only reason we ended up losing is because players started dropping out and we had to recycle new players. I was number 9 on the scoreboard, and the guys ahead of me literally had 100 more kills than me. And by the end of the game, I was number 2 on our team, and I was like, the guy ahead of me only has 10 more kills than me. We lost all of our best players just because the game is so long, and people had to leave.
I mean, that's not a good excuse.
To do.
That's a bad excuse because the enemy team didn't lose as many people. Our side was weaker, inherently.
That you know of.
They were more. Well,
we were winning, and then we lost.
we weren't necessarily winning. It was very.
I mean, it started off rough.
Yes.
And then we made a comeback, and then we got obliterated.
Because they left.
Yeah.
I guess they could have had people leave. I didn't.
I mean, I'm only paying attention to like the top 10.
Yeah.
And it's like a 20. I forget how many are in a single game. A lot. 20v20 at least, but I'm pretty sure it's more than that.
I think it's 40.
It might be, but I'm not sure. Fun game.
Play it, guys. While it's hot. Play
Battlefront 3.
Mm-hmm.
Play it. We want Battlefront 3.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah,
we do.
We want it.
Do we though?
It's a thing I don't believe.
Yes, we do.
I'm sorry. Last note. I don't believe Battlefront 3 is going to happen. I don't I think EA learned a lesson that unfortunately, like now looking back, none of us wish they learned. But I think they learned a lesson, and I think I think they go, interesting, and then they're going to move on.
Unless it keeps up, I guess. Like if you months and months down the line, you still have that, they'll be like, okay,
No way.
maybe
Tricky.
No way.
But yeah.
Oh, never say never, as they say.
That number that you see that people currently playing, it's going to drop by half. Like if it hasn't already, it's going to like tomorrow or Wednesday.
I don't know about that quick, but definitely by
drop.
By 2 weeks, we're gonna be back down to like 8,000 players.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, let's get to playing some mini games, shall we?
Please.
My first one that I've got here is a new one that I kind of just thought up and threw together real quick. I thought it'd be a fun time. We're all familiar with Google Translate, yeah.
Indeed.
Helped us a lot in high school. If we're taking a foreign language, you look up a quick, what does this mean? Just to quickly answer a question.
I never did that
on a little test or whatever. Oh, don't lie. We all did. But there was, I think of the Fast and the Furious movies, right? And how, in different languages, they come out as different titles for different countries. And usually that's just like a localization thing. But there's a funny thing that happens when you run certain titles through several layers of translation, and they come out very, very hard to recognize as the original title. So I took the liberty of taking 5 titles of games, and running them through multiple layers of Google Translate. We're talking English to Chinese, Chinese to Norwegian, Norwegian to Cyrillic. That's just the way that people type in like Russia and stuff. To then Ukrainian, then what's the Jewish language? I forget what it's
Hebrew?
called. Yiddish. To then all kinds of different languages, and then I've put them back into English. And it's very funny how they ended up. A few of these, I'm pretty confident y'all will get. The last one, there's no way. There's no way I'll getting the last one.
And are we trying
I'm going to say that right now.
Do we both have a guess, and then you unveil what's right, or if we both? Guess?
I'd say yeah. If one of y'all is able to get it first, we can do like a quick buzz in type deal if you get it. So yeah, we understand what's going on here.
Yep.
Cool. So y'all are trying to tell me the correct title of this game. And best of 5 between you guys. Here we go. Oh, so I'm calling this translation sensation. First game. We Are the Last People.
All right, Buzz.
Tavin?
The Last of Us.
It is The Last of Us.
That's an easy one.
That is correct.
That was an easy
That is correct. All right, next. That is 1 point to Tavin. Weapons of War.
Buzz.
Weapons of War.
Connor?
Gears of War?
It is Gears of War.
Oh, okay. All right.
Weapons.
You
Somebody
got it. You got it.
I was on Mass Effect. I was on Halo. I was on a bunch of other things that didn't make sense.
Next up. That's 1-1. We're tied up.
Mm-hmm.
The Heart of the State.
Buzz?
Tavin?
Call of Duty?
Incorrect.
Buzz? Kingdom Hearts?
Connor? It is Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah. The Heart of the State.
Heart of the State.
Makes sense.
Next up, we've got Number of bedrooms, 3 bedrooms.
Do you have an idea?
No.
Say it again.
Number of bedrooms, 3 bedrooms.
Buzz.
Tavin?
Fire Emblem 3 Houses?
It is Fire Emblem 3
Jesus.
houses.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, all right, 3 probably important, and then 3 bedrooms. I'm like, well, 3 houses would make sense, but why does that make sense for Fire Emblem? And I was like, translation probably fucked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number of bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. That one just made me giggle. You might have heard me laugh about it whenever I was throwing it together beforehand, but that was one that really tickled me. And now the last one that I'm confident neither of you will be able to get to break the tie. So we might be here for just a minute unless we just positively cannot get it.
Oh, we got it.
The title of this game, Fish.
Buzz?
Connor?
Pokemon?
No.
Good guess.
Yeah.
Fish.
It has nothing to do with fish, I don't think.
I like, it's so weird that it's one word. So like, I'm like, I don't even know if it's gonna be a one word named video game.
It's not. I'm confident. I'm that confident. It's not a one word game.
Oh
Jesus.
man. Fish. Fear.
Fish.
Fish. Buzz? Monster Hunter? Any of them?
Nope.
Fish.
The bastardization of all these layers of translation has come up with the title Fish.
Buzz?
Connor?
This is not it. This is not it at all. The Legend of Zelda?
No.
Anything? Okay.
Final Fantasy?
No. Fish.
I have to fight the urge just to start saying things.
That's where I'm at
Yeah.
now. Like, yeah, I'm like, all right, well, let's throw something out there. I'm trying to like see if there's some type of like logical connection between this.
You know, you might think there is.
Yeah. So, Tavin, did you say the last thing?
I said the last thing.
Okay,
Yeah, I said Final Fantasy.
Buzz.
I mean, we could just go back and forth
fair
until
enough.
one of us gets
God
it.
of War?
No.
Okay.
Fish.
Persona.
No. I'll give you each one more, and then we'll just move on.
Okay.
We'll call it a tie, and then we'll move on.
I got one loaded, but, you know, whatever. Like, it's whatever.
Go ahead.
Elden Ring.
Incorrect.
Baldur's Gate.
Nope. Well, I can't believe you guys didn't get it because it's obviously Sonic the Hedgehog.
Of course, of course.
What the fuck?
It's obviously Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's hilarious.
Is there any fishing in any of the games?
Only in
Stuck
Sonic
on the
Frontiers.
action of fishing.
I know.
It clearly wasn't that.
Only in Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, all right, fish, like, maybe, like,
You know what? I'm wrong. There's also fishing in Sonic Adventure.
Fishing game.
When you play as Big the Cat, you're trying to catch Froggy and you're using a fishing rod. So
That sounds horrible.
fucking statements. All right.
yeah, his best friend Froggy.
Sure, yeah. Everyone knows Froggy.
You know, frog jumps around, eats a Chaos Emerald. You have to catch it. It grows a tail.
That's funny.
It grows a tail.
Yeah.
Connor didn't realize. Connor thought that we were getting 2 different Pokemon games this year.
Yeah,
That's what it was. That's what I was thinking of. Pokemon Legends ZA is coming this year.
I thought it was a mainline game.
He thought it was a mainline
No.
game, and he also thought we were getting 2 different games.
no. It is a sequel to Pokemon Legends Arceus,
Set in the same world.
which is a spin-off.
Yes, different time because
It's set in the
Legends
Pokemon
Arceus
world.
is
Yeah.
like- yeah, but yeah. And to which I looked at him and I went, "You're an idiot," and he went, "Oh, come on, it's a Pokemon game," and I was like, "You should know better." Like, I would understand if
Yes,
like
I
a
don't.
normie who's not paying attention to the industry
Like,
at
if
all,
my mom thought so.
you watch Nintendo Directs.
Yeah, there's always a Pokemon something there. You know, it all blends together.
It's been Pokemon Legends ZA the last 3 directs.
Yeah, because they didn't release one last year.
2 minimum.
He also thought they were going to be 2 different games, like a Z game and an A game.
No,
ZA. What's it called ZA?
We're gonna find out.
Find out.
By playing the game.
It's got something to do with the Pokemon known as Zygarde, which is from the games.
Or as I like to call it, Pokemon Legends bruh.
I presume because it's a sequel to Legends Arceus. Arceus starts with A. Zygarde starts with Z, so ZA.
Is that one of the new stupid ones?
Arceus is just Pokemon?
Arceus is a Pokemon, yeah.
Pokemon
Arceus
God.
is Pokemon God.
Yes. Zargius? What's his name?
Zygarde.
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 See, Connor, you want to make fun of you want to be like, oh, I don't know anything about Pokemon, but you just knew what the Pokemon God was.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had a god.
Looks like a thing from Princess Mononoke, but in Pokemon design.
You should.
It's like a big horse with a mask.
You should have known.
Going with that still. Guess that's a quick way to say it.
It's a normal type Pokemon, but if you give it a certain item, it can be any other type of Pokemon.
I'll be 100% honest. Like, I don't even, when I read the title, I don't see ZA. I literally see ZA.
Yeah. There's a dash.
Yeah. So.
That means it's not the same word.
You're right. It does mean that. But that's what they've chosen. They chose to go this way, and this is where we are.
No one knew what they were doing when they wrote that title. They're like, well, ZA, you know?
No, they're doing something there. I think it has something to do with my theory. You know, it has something to do with Zygarde and Arceus. Something there.
Oh, that's where the A's coming from.
I literally just said that. He doesn't listen whenever if he's ever doing anything else, he doesn't listen.
Not a thing. Not a thing at all.
Yeah, it just goes in one ear and not out the other.
I don't even think it went in 1 year. I think you just blocked out. I think your headphones has like a some kind of trap door that closes. You just couldn't even hear what I was saying.
That'd be useful.
But anyway, yeah, I'm relatively excited for Pokemon ZA. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, you'll tell us that. You'll play it.
Yeah.
Day one.
I will play it. Guaranteed.
I might.
When it comes out this year, not if.
Okay.
It will.
No, I believe in when they say it's coming this year.
Yeah.
Me and Connor were talking because they're having a Pokemon Direct sometime after the Switch 2 launches, right? Like, and so like in my mind, that means, all right, we're gonna round out the rest of the dates for these games that we know are coming. Metroid.
Is it a Pokemon Direct or just a Nintendo Direct?
It's a Nintendo Direct.
Oh, okay.
That's a good point. I didn't think about Pokemon has their own directs, but I could still see Pokemon's shown up at regular directs also. So they could still give us the date for Pokemon there, and then Kirby Air Riders as well. Yeah. Which I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty boring direct when you think about it that way. The only thing that would really get me excited is if we do have a Mario game from the 3D Land team.
That's still in your fantasy critic?
3D Mario, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you want it.
I'm waiting till after summer before I start dropping shit and picking up other things.
Well, good luck.
All right, let's move right along to the next mini game. Connor.
Yep.
What do you got for us?
I have a game that I've done before called Meta Battle, where typically I bring up 2 game scores on Metacritic and have these 2 guess which one is the higher. But this time around, I went to Rotten Tomatoes to look up video game movies, which most of its history of film, video game movies have been of high quality. And so, you have to guess which one is higher.
On what kind of scale are we saying high quality?
Well, let these scores tell you how high of quality it is. So, pretty simple. Well, actually, it never got up your guys' names. Probably should do that. But first game movie is between House of the Dead. Anyone here saw that?
Nope.
No, well, I saw that. I also saw Blood Rain.
The fuck is that? I don't even know what that is as a video game.
Yeah, it's like a vampire.
No, it is.
She's like a vampire hunter or a vampire. I think I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure Laura Bailey voices Blood Rain.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure.
Can't believe it. I never actually played the game. I always saw it in GameStop, but I never bought it.
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you at all.
So you don't know what's... You don't know?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I'll go Blood Rain.
I'll go House of the Dead.
Ooh, it was Blood Rain,
Hey.
a high-quality film.
I got a
I
point.
only did it to be different.
Well, it's also a pretty good guess, seeing as how the score and I'm going off the critic score, is 4% for Blood Rain
Fuck.
and 3% for House of the Dead.
Wow. Look at us.
Yes.
Look at us. I didn't know they went that low.
Oh, they do. Just you usually don't hear about those movies.
So the way if you don't know at home, the way Rotten
Yes.
Tomatoes works is the percentage of positive reviews from critics.
So
That's what the percentage means.
So what that means is like if it has a 100% Rotten Tomatoes score, if every film critic out there gave it like a 7 or an 8, it could get 100%. Whereas like
Correct.
if 50% of critics gave it like a 5 and the other 50 did 7, it would have a 50%.
Yeah.
Correct.
Not the most reliable way to know what movies.
It's not a full-blown way to gauge how good a movie is.
Unfortunately, people do that.
Yeah, it just means that critics feel positively about the movie.
Yeah.
Or negatively.
And saying that, there's also a popcorn meter, which is just for users to say 11% for House of the Dead, 17% for Blood Rain.
Look at them.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at the audience not knowing anything.
Well, I mean, House of the Dead apparently is like a fun, stupid movie. Blood Rain, I've heard, is just a bad movie.
Okay, but Blood Rain's higher.
Been a long time since I've seen them. Yeah, by 1%, but the audience score, which does that mean much?
But I mean, it just kind of flies in the face of the point of you saying House of the Dead is a fun movie. Blood Rain isn't.
Well, that's what people say. I didn't say it is, or that Blood Rain isn't a fun, stupid movie. I don't remember these things.
So you didn't say anything.
I was also
you're just
nothing
killing
hardline.
it.
No.
Okay, great.
I was also, of course, referring to the video game Blood Rain that Laura Bailey voiced Rain in Blood Rain.
Which
Never heard of this video game before in my life.
There's probably a reason.
I think she's like a vampire or something.
Yeah, and she hunts other vampires, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah. But next, it's a battle of the Dooms.
It was Tavin. It was in the era where like dudes were buying games just because the girls were hot and they were killing stuff.
Blood Rain, as in rain comes from the sky,
RAYNE.
RAYNE. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
All one word.
because the main character's name is Rain. RAYNE.
What's a game series?
Yeah, I think there's like 3 of them.
Oh, I've seen this character before.
Yeah. That's all I basically know. But while you're educating yourself, Doom movies. There was 2 of them.
I didn't know that either.
Right?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that because the new one's recent.
2019,
Yeah.
Doom Annihilation against famous movie star The Rock in Doom 2005.
Wow.
2005's higher. That's my guess.
I'm gonna co-sign that.
By everything I've heard, I would think that.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Annihilation's higher, really.
Yes, with a 43%
Oh wow.
to an 18% for the Rock Doom.
That means somebody out there gave these movies like a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
Or higher.
Everyone always talks about that one being the Rock Doom. To me, that's Carl Urban's Doom.
I'm
okay?
sorry. I am sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect
I
him.
do like Carl Urban.
I do too.
I like him a lot.
Better actor.
I've been on the record, maybe not on the podcast, but like in general, saying the 80s made the wrong people the stars. Everybody's talking about the Schwarzeneggers and the Sylvester Stallones, and respect to them.
Schwarzeneggers.
Yeah. Arnold?
Arnold? Schwarzenegger. Oh,
The Terminator?
Everybody talks about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Dude, Carl Urban and fucking, I can't think of his name now. Aliens, Terminator 1,
oh, yeah.
skinny dude, white dude, blonde hair.
Fuck.
Phil, literally, the dude from
Aliens?
Huh?
I don't remember.
Aliens?
Yeah.
The guy who's like, game over, man.
No, the main dude.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's Cougar in Top Gun.
He might be. Terminator 1, Michael Biehn. There it is.
Michael Biehn.
God, y'all are so useless for me.
Sorry. I'm sorry I didn't remember Michael Bihn's name.
Listen, this is my point.
Is he related to Mr.?
Michael Biehn?
Mr. Bean. I think so. Biehn. I think so.
I was making a joke.
Terminator
for
1.
Rowan Atkinson's Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. him and Carl Urban should have been the stars.
Connor,
of the 80s.
while you have him pulled up, can you confirm whether or not he is Cougar in Top Gun?
Let me see.
You ever think about how Linda Hamilton should have been a Sigourney Weaver type actor and then just kind of didn't? I think about that.
No, that is played by John Stockwell.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Happens. Real quick about Doom. The scores are, like I said, 43% for Doom Annihilation, 18% for 2005. The reason for this is because Annihilation has only 7 reviews, while Doom has 134.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I got you. All right.
Comparatively, though,
I see what's going on here.
yeah, popcorn score is probably more right in this case. 15% for Annihilation, 34% for...
That's probably more accurate of
Yeah.
where they probably should be.
Probably.
Annihilation was relatively recent too. What wasn't it?
2019. It was very cheaply made.
You were just mocking him. You were just mocking him for not listening. We said that.
You're fair.
Well, no points for that one. And of course, you all remember these 2 video game movies. You probably actually forgot one of them. Uncharted against Monster Hunter.
Oh, fuck.
Starring, of course, the great Mila Djokovic.
yeah, Mila Djokovic, yeah.
Mila Jovovich.
Whatever. Who cares? It's gotta be Uncharted, right?
I also co-sign that. It has to be Uncharted.
It's gotta be Uncharted.
I think I brought it up in the Discord chat, but like earlier this year, I was reminded of the Uncharted movie. Like I was like, oh my god, me, Tavin, and Connor, we sat in a theater and we watched that, and then we went and recorded a review of it.
Yeah,
that happened.
That's the reason I remember it. I always remember the review. I barely remember the movie.
Yeah. No, I remember the movie like semi well. You know,
I remember the pirate ships on helicopters.
Yes, that was cool.
It's
actually.
not
that was
like
cool action sequence.
Really offensive. Like it's fine. It's super generic. You've seen it before.
You know, nothing special. But you're both co-signing on Uncharted, correct?
Yeah.
And you're both wrong. Again.
How?
Yeah, right?
How? Monster Hunter, I'll remind you, made by, we said Mila Jovovich, but directed by Paul Wes Anderson, who did the Resident Evil movies. And his best movie, Alien vs. Predator. The first one.
I'll real quickly bring attention to Jonas Frog.
A long time ago.
Oh, really? Oh, well. Damn it. Well, scores. 41% for Uncharted to Monster Hunter's 44%. Now, in this case, the audience gave Uncharted an 89% of the popcorn meter.
Okay, well, that's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
That's a lot.
Monster Hunter, 70%. So wrong.
That's a lot, too. Wow, the people are just wrong.
Yes. Again, far more reviews for Uncharted, but not to the same degree.
Granted, I haven't seen Monster Hunter, but I have seen
nobody has.
Not.
What was the third one? Annihilation?
Extinction.
That was the third one?
The Resident Evil? I'm pretty sure 2 was Annihilation.
No, 2 is like... Okay, now I'm going to be...
Resident Evil, it's all in the base, all in the underground base.
Yep.
They're in a mansion for literally 35 seconds.
Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Afterlife.
Oh, Extinction's 4?
Resident Evil Retribution.
No, Afterlife is 4, isn't it?
He just said Extinction's 3, I think. Yeah.
Extinction's 3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Then Afterlife.
Gotcha.
Afterlife's 4.
Okay.
And then Retribution's 5, and then Final Chapter's 6.
Retribution, huh? I remember that one was the craziest, I think.
We watched all of those movies.
We did.
They did
Maybe
another
not
one after
totally,
Final Chapter, didn't they?
Maybe not totally coherently. I don't think it was Paul W.S. Anderson, though.
Yeah, I think it changed at some point.
No, it's his series the whole way through.
No, Russell McCulkey. He did
Mm.
Extinction.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. That might be the worst one.
Yeah, Paul Wes Anderson then did Afterlife.
That one's not good, but I had fun with it.
Yeah, he did. I guess he only didn't do
You keep saying Paul Wes Anderson. It's Paul W.S. Anderson.
That makes way more sense because Wes Anderson is a good director.
Whatever.
All right. We're
talking Resident Evil and Monster Hunter.
It's true.
You got to. By the way, I will say the bastardization of this is that Monster Hunter didn't even really act like Monster Hunter. At least Uncharted was more of an Uncharted movie.
It was one of those isekai things where it was a army unit got teleported to the Monster Hunter world.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Yeah, I know, it's stupid.
That was my thing about Uncharted is what else do we want from an Uncharted movie? Like Uncharted itself is not that great. Like from a storytelling
What'd you say?
perspective, it's more like
It's really not.
It gets away
Mark-
with being as great as it is because it's a game.
Mark Wahlberg's really bad in that movie.
Oh, he's super bad in that movie.
Yeah. Well, I'll go on to the next one, but you guys will get this
Hey,
one.
it's me. I'm Victor Sullivan
I'd still go for another one.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
with the stash.
I'd kill myself
Put the
after.
yeah. Put the fucking stash on him. But I'd watch another one.
He's got it in the post-credit scene.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
How do you remember that?
How do you not remember that?
A post-credit
They
scene
put
of
the
Uncharted
bushiest-
movie?
They put the bushiest mustache on that motherfucker, and it does not look good.
Maybe they just age him up. You know, maybe they make it work.
I don't
somehow.
know. Uncharted.
Next two movies, Rampage.
Ooh, I watched that movie in
another
theaters.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
He seems to be in a couple of them.
2017?
2018.
18? Okay.
Damn, Phil. He's like, hey, no, Tavin,
knows,
wrong
he
studio.
knows.
Well,
Yes.
it was because I was working at the theater that year. So
That makes sense then. Of course, you remember which year this movie came out, a Minecraft movie.
don't I know it? It was
Don't
only
you know?
only one short month ago.
Oh, that one's tricky. I don't remember Rampage being like that bad or like that
You see
poorly
it?
received.
Oh.
I've seen clips of it, and it looks like a Dwayne Johnson movie.
Mhm.
I always think of that one when I think of Dwayne Johnson. I do think of Rampage, but I usually think of what was the Skyscraper movie? Was it literally called Skyscraper?
It was called Skyscraper.
There it is. Yeah,
Came out the same
yeah.
year. Came out the same year.
year. Wow.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that was like the year of Johnson. Probably supposed to get Black Adam that year too, and then it just kept getting delayed or
It
something.
got pushed back to like 2020?
21 maybe,
Was it 21? Jesus.
because I think it was like one of those things. COVID eventually pushed it back too.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We
stay
devour.
I'm gonna go. Whose song was that? Oh, it was a Tech Nine song that did that. Yeah. I'm gonna go Rampage.
That's tough. See,
What could it be?
Monster Hunter had a higher review than Uncharted.
Yeah. Somehow.
I'm gonna say, shit, man. I think the audience score is going to be significantly higher for Minecraft, but I think it's Rampage is the critic one.
And with that, you get on the board, but you are still one
Yeah,
behind.
I'll take it. I'll
There
take
you
it.
go. Yeah, you have to.
He's one behind.
Yeah, because you did.
You've
the
only
first one.
only got two.
I've got two.
Yeah. This
Just now.
one and Dawn of the Dead.
House of the Dead.
Oh wait, I thought
Donovan.
you just said that Phil got a point.
Just now. Yeah.
I did just get a point.
What were my 2 points?
Yours was now just Rampage and Dawn of the Dead.
What
Prior.
was Phil's point?
Rampage.
Oh, I see what you're
We
saying.
both
Yeah,
said the
okay.
same thing.
Okay.
It was not Dawn of the Dead.
House of the Dead.
House of the Dead. Yeah.
House of the Dead versus Blood Rain.
Yes. This one, you both got right, like I said. 51% for Rampage, 71% for the audience score, versus a 48% for a Minecraft movie. You were right, Phil, and 86% for a Minecraft movie. It was higher because it's the better movie.
Where's that on my top 10 list this year? Or on my
Movies?
list?
What?
Not top 10. Yeah, I have a movie list that I keep track of. Where is that on my list?
I always say I should.
It's not a top 10. I mean,
I
it's
don't
not in the
watch
top
those
10, I
movies.
don't think, but
Mhm.
it
Are you
is
doing all the
numbers
movies that have come out this year, or all the movies you've watched? This
that
year?
I've watched.
Oh, so there's a lot of AVP movies on there then.
No, that I've watched that have also come out this year.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Um, But no. So number 17 out of 21 is Minecraft.
Low.
Why is it low? Because
Next.
it's a Minecraft movie. Final. It's down to the wire, kind of. Gran Turismo, based on a true story. Full title.
Okay.
Against the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Oh fuck, that is a tough one. Again, Gran Turismo not received poorly.
I actually really like that movie.
Mario movie, not a great movie, but a good time.
You go on a world
And I think-
adventure.
Like it's just more joyful. I think Gran Turismo is pretty bland.
Oh no, did you watch it?
No,
Oh, you should watch it.
but my understanding of reception was it's all right. It's a little bland, but it's good.
I liked it.
Yeah, but I'll fucking jingle some keys in front of you, and you'll like that for 3 hours.
Jesus, man.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Rude and disrespectful.
Hearts one enjoyer.
Well, I guess you're right on that one.
I'm a Kingdom Hearts. I'm a Kingdom Hearts 2 enjoyer.
You're a Kingdom Hearts 1 defender, which you shouldn't be.
I defend it away from being the bottom of our list.
Is that good?
I mean, what do you want?
Bad game, broken game.
When it deserves to be at the bottom, it deserves to be at the bottom.
It's not even broken. Like, are you kidding me?
It's a little broken.
It's not broken.
Aspects of it are. Like here and there.
At what point did the game break for you? Are you
when the enemies were unable to be hit? Unlike
what?
They're outside the boundaries and I just can't hit them?
Because they would fly over like things. They would fly over empty spaces, is what he's saying. In what's that level called? Final level.
That you go back to.
No, they just have really, really bad iframes.
No,
the end of the world is
that's not
what it's
what he's
called.
saying.
The end of the world is what it's called.
But that's
no.
This is
before that,
Twilight's.
The big place.
Hollow Bastion.
Hollow Bastion.
Oh, yeah,
Hollow
Hollow
Bastion. Yeah, because the enemies
Just use magic on them, or wait for them to come over to you.
The magic sucks. It's bad.
And in particular, there'd be moments when it was like areas that had little barriers up on like surrounding where the ledge is, and so the spells wouldn't get past it, and you could easily get hit off as well. So
then use it during a jump. I'm telling you, it's not broken.
They usually just like move. Either way, Mario and Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo is my answer.
Gran Turismo is your answer. Well, it is a tie game.
Hey.
It being Gran Turismo. It's a pretty, actually, 65% for Gran Turismo, 98% for the audience score. People seem to enjoy it, compared to a 59% by Rotten Tomatoes, and it's 95% for the Mario Bros. movie.
Yahoo!
Not bad.
Yeah. So there you go. No one lost. 2 games in a row where no one lost it actually at all today, because the next thing is discussion. We're all winners.
All right, yeah. Hey, so we tied.
We did. Or we're all losers.
Devin,
depending how you look at
Tavin, what are we talking about?
Gentlemen, I have a conversation piece again for us today, and I'm curious as to could we? I'm not looking to like actively create it today, but me and Connor had a small conversation that I'd like to reiterate and then expand upon of like the best soundtracks in games, and what brought this to my attention is someone was doing a Clear Obscure Expedition 33 TikTok, but they put Persona 5's Last Surprise as the music for it, right? And I was like, that's weird that they chose to do that. But I was like, man, this song's a banger. And I was like, man, Persona 5 probably has some of the best music of all time. And I was like, is there one that it might be the best? So I went to Connor and I said, where does Persona 5 land in greatest soundtracks of all time? And he went, and you said?
Top 3. Somewhere.
Probably.
Maybe
right?
top 1.
Right?
Top
and I was
3.
like, well, it started, he went pretty high. And I went, top 10? Easily. Top 5? Easily. 3? Probably. Probably. So I just thought, I don't know, maybe we'd have a conversation with some of the best ones.
We all kind of started throwing some ones out.
Yeah.
And just being like, oh, that'd be a good one. There's a lot of good video game soundtracks.
So many.
As I did Persona, of course.
Persona 5 specifically.
Yeah.
4 and 3 are great as well, but 5 takes the cake.
4 still comes over 3. I would say even culturally and like
yeah,
I
would agree 4 comes over 3. But that's much closer. Those are much closer than like 5 is like
you can listen to that.
That's a whole different
easy.
tier.
Yeah.
I always say Witcher 3.
Yeah, it's distinctive. That's
Witcher 3 has one of the best soundtracks ever. So good.
Makes combat like more enjoyable.
Yeah. But even the slower romantic moments are like, whoa. Yeah, they're cooking with some gas over here. It's good stuff.
I remember when they were rolling out marketing for it, that was a big thing. They were showing like, hey, we are trying our best to make a really good soundtrack, and they did.
Yeah.
An exceptional one.
I think you can put any of the first 3 Metal Gear games. I'm shooting for 2 and 3 first. I'd probably go 3 over that, but but a lot of the work is being done by the main theme of each of those games.
Which is why we also started talking about.
Yeah, and we'll get there, but I want to talk about some other potential like top teners.
Phil,
Phil, what do you got?
Y'all aren't ready for what I have to say because it's better than The Witcher. It's better than Solid Snake. Any of the Metal Gear Solid stuff. And I've got two series for you right now. Okay.
Series.
Well, okay. I can do specific games also. One of them is definitely just series. But Kingdom Hearts 2.
I knew it.
I knew he was going there.
Yeah, it's a good soundtrack.
And Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic's pretty good. Sonic's pretty good.
The biggest issue with that is certainly franchise, but when it came to specific games, what would you say has the best soundtrack?
Anything produced by fucking Crush 40.
Crush 40, that's where they are, yeah.
Is that the like Sonic Adventure ones?
The band, yeah.
That's the band. It's not even Sonic Adventure. It's literally just Sonic at all. I mean, some of the chiptune stuff is really, really good too. Like from the original,
Hill Zone is
the OG stuff.
Iconic songs ever.
A lot of the stuff from like the Dreamcast era too is really good.
Live and Learn.
That's
Crush 40.
It's so good.
It's really fucking good.
And they just make quality like that. Yeah, Sonic is definitely in the competition.
And I mean, like, and we can keep going. Like Connor, your best pick would probably be what?
Nier Automata. Was that's also like a lot of like Witcher and Persona. Like you immediately clock it if you played that game. Yeah. And it's unique too because it's made using something called chaos language, which is just it means nothing, right? It's word salad, but it's sung extremely well, and so it's kind of easy for anybody to listen to it, and they're all hearing the same thing. It's like it's made by an amalgamation of languages.
Donkey Kong.
People were talking about Donkey Kong
specifically 64
country, right?
Or 64 or country, I would give you.
I heard country, like people talk about that the most. I was going on Reddit, and that was one of the more consistent entries of what people were talking about. I think of Sticker Brush Symphony. That's I think fantastic.
I mean, and here's the thing: a lot of these games are getting carried by their main theme, the main theme that you hear at least. Final Fantasy VII, I think probably takes the cake for me. Specifically if you go Rebirth, but I think even OG soundtrack.
Everybody knows some of those songs just by hearing.
I don't know if everybody knows.
Not a
them,
lot
but,
of people. Big chunk.
I mean, like, One Winged Angel, the battle theme, the victory tune, Tifa's theme, Aerith's theme.
Let me throw something else at you. Minecraft.
Tavin did say that.
We had that discussion. Minecraft is in that conversation for sure.
Yeah.
That theme of when
Undertale
morning happens. Undertale's one that we didn't talk about.
But that's of course. Yeah, Undertale has some fantastic music. As far as Minecraft, is that also a case of like the main theme coming into play a lot rather than the whole accompaniment?
What is the main theme of Minecraft?
The one it's like the soft tone.
It's the soft piano. The one that plays when morning breaks.
No, I wouldn't say it's anything produced by C418. I would say.
Really, you think that over the classic, like soft piano track?
That he produces all of that.
Okay, well, like, all right, well, then why did you push back against what he said? Like,
I'm saying it's anything. None of it like sticks out as like the best. It's all good across the board.
I see. Because I was saying main theme is
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to listen to that again to talk more about it.
Well, and then we got to start. Yeah. Phil has like already been edging towards there, anyways. But we got to start talking about some classic franchises and titles. Mario. I would go honestly.
Banjo-Kazooie.
I don't know about Banjo.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Oh, come on.
I don't know about Banjo.
I mean, maybe like, carried by its main theme.
Specifically Mario, I think Mario hits a different stride when we start getting to the new Mario Brothers series, the series that started on the Wii. I think that's when like those tunes really started elevating to a different level. Because of course, level 1-1 is the video game song, right? Everybody knows it. Underground theme, everybody knows it. But like, I don't know if they really got like instrumentally like fantastic and phenomenal until we start getting to where they started putting some of that orchestra and started, live banding some of it. I also want to shout out Galaxy. I think Galaxy has a phenomenal soundtrack.
Galaxy fan.
Does have a good soundtrack. I agree.
Two fanboys.
I was gonna say, it's not technically its main theme for Odyssey, but Jump Up Superstar.
That is great.
Yes,
That is great.
Song.
Yeah. Odyssey's soundtrack in general is fantastic. I think it's one that gets uplifted by a couple of tracks, and then in general is just good.
Classic again, Ocarina of Time. I think Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can.
You pick
I don't
one.
know. I don't have like a specific Zelda game. I would just say like the franchise in general has bangers, but like I know we're trying to go just game.
Yeah, Zelda's hard for me because I've played so few of them. Yeah, my instinct is to go.
Tears the
that.
soundtrack is so good.
I don't remember.
I'm struggling.
I don't remember anything from either of those games.
I mean, I'm not denying
other than the song that plays in a Test of Strength. It's the only one I know.
I said Tears, not Breath of the Wild, but
I'm lumping them together.
No, Breath of the Wild has a lot more like of a unique soundtrack that's not the same. You know, it's interesting. I wouldn't put it among the best.
I think Connor, I think you're right in that Ocarina probably has more memorable ones.
A lot of it has to do with the fact that Zelda kind of has a lot of repeat songs. They sound different.
Yeah, like Lost Woods,
Hyrule Field or Termina Field.
Hyrule Field. Well, Termina is Majora's Mask.
Yes. It's just the most popular one.
I think of like Zelda's song, like Zelda's Lullaby, the Lon Lon Ranch.
I think when all is said and done, it's too early to put this game into the conversation, but I think when all is said and done, Expedition 33 has something to say.
Oh, it's so
I don't know
good.
if it's worth putting it into a top 10 conversation, but it's damn good.
Same token, also being recent, Baldur's Gate 3. I think that has some
Sure.
Yeah.
The only one that I think of when I think Baldur's Gate is Down by the River or whatever it's called.
That's good too, yeah.
Oh, really? I think of the main menu theme.
The main thing is, that's why there's so many
I'm
good
pretty
things.
sure that is Down by the River.
No, that's like a
Down by the river. Down by you're just groaning into the mic.
That's what he does. That's what he does though.
Down by the river plays on the main menu after you get past the main theme.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How do we feel? I mean, it's kind of just like I just think the Kratos theme, but like God of War.
God of War Ragnarok, I think could go into that conversation.
A lot of these, the best way to hammer it out is for us to listen to it, and then
we're not doing
there.
that on our podcast.
No, we are not. So
not on the podcast, yeah.
Just ideas.
So there's a lot of tricky ones.
Xenoblade Chronicles. It's very, very good.
Sure.
I know nothing about it.
Couldn't tell you. And this was we talked about Fire Emblem Three Houses, but that was one that I think the main theme is the one that's upholding that one.
I mean, maybe.
I've always enjoyed God Shattering Star. There's a couple of other ones.
That's the one. That's the one that plays during the ending of Black Eagles, right? Not Black Eagles. Yellow or Golden Deer.
Yeah, and the church route. But people play the Golden Deer route far more.
What about? I mean, we can just say catch-all and say Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
That's cheating, but
I would like to. But they fuck up the Metal Gear songs on that.
Oh, well, you're right.
I can't believe you're so down on Metal Gear. Metal Gear 2 and 3 it's some of the best soundtracks ever.
It messes up one franchise out of the 70 in there, so it's got to just get thrown out, right?
There's other ones they don't nail. I don't remember them having the right music for Final Fantasy VII.
No, I think they have like the main ones.
It's got the important ones.
There's so many you could choose from in that. It's kind of hard to.
Yeah. I mean, you really put them all.
They've got all like a lot of the hits for Sonic in there.
They do have a lot of Sonic hits in there. They do. Yeah.
We talked about it before. Uncharted 2.
Oh,
it's
God. Yes.
We were kind of confusing it with like Uncharted 3. And again, this might not be in top 10, but
Uncharted 2 might be another one where the main theme carries it. But I do think there's a lot of other really good tracks in there. Last of Us 1 or 2, I think could go up there. Probably 1 first.
But that for me, that's just the main theme carrying it.
2, they get more dynamic.
Yeah.
Because 2, they still have that main theme, but then they get more experimental with a lot of their sounds.
Like especially like when watching the show, also like just hearing the anytime I think Last of Us, I just think the ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Might be main theme
Bling,
conversation
bling,
again.
Bling,
but-
bling.
So let's jump to that then. What games have the best main themes? Snake Eater.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even say Pokemon. Pokemon's got great soundtrack too.
Oh,
It
Pokemon
does,
is
yes.
fantastic. Pokemon's
What would you say
a
the
great
best
choice.
one is?
That's hard.
The best?
That's hard.
Yeah,
'Cause they're all the same.
I mean,
I'm kidding.
no. I would say stuff from like Gen 3. So like Emerald probably.
Emerald. Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Which one has Cynthia in it? Which game is that?
That's you're right. I'd be remiss if I didn't include Cynthia's battle theme.
Very good.
That would be Diamond Pearl Platinum. That's Gen 4.
Yes.
So-
yes.
So
Go ahead.
I was gonna say you can't go wrong picking anything between Gen 3 and 5, I think.
So to recap,
Good
or
era.
to put a cap on top 10 overall soundtracks in no order, and we don't even have 10. We have more than 10 games listed
Yeah.
here. Persona 5, Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 3, Kingdom Hearts 2, Sonic the Hedgehog, Nier Automata, Final Fantasy 7, Minecraft, Undertale, Mario, either New Super Mario Brothers or Galaxy, whichever one you want to grab. Zelda, we just kind of generally agreed on Ocarina. God of War Ragnarok, Baldur's Gate 3, Xenoblade Chronicles, Uncharted 2, Pokemon Emerald, Last of Us. I'm going to throw Last of Us 2 in there.
If we're doing last Hail Marys, I gotta once again push for Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Good as hell. Good as hell.
I think that's better than any of the other Metal Gears.
I think so too.
Crazy, guys. Y'all need to go listen to those tracks,
But
man.
that's the thing I did with 2, and I was like, that's why I'm hardline on 2, or like, there's a lot of just like forgettable tracks. They're good. They just don't.
That's insane.
Then
The
rank
planet-
3,
like the,
I cannot.
like the Strut A theme. Fucking, are you kidding me? Oh my god, it's so good. The alert theme in that game is so good. The main theme in that game is so good.
The alert themes are always good.
Yeah.
They're always like, oh shit.
Oh, the alert
Crazy.
themes are always the best. Yeah.
Ooh,
MGS,
sorry,
MGS 3, a lot
y'all-
of the boss songs are awesome.
y'all aren't gonna agree with me. But the soundtrack for the Spyro game, specifically like the third one, goes super hard. It's actually created by I think the drummer for. Let me see. Spyro 3 soundtrack. Stuart Copeland, and he was.
Guess he's not that memorable, huh?
Shut up. He was the drummer for The Police.
Oh shit. That's funny.
Yeah.
He did that? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I don't know anything about Spyro, so.
Main themes: Snake Eater. I think Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Yeah.
2.
That's
I
one.
mean,
I don't even
honestly,
think. I don't even think the main
honestly-
theme is that good, but it's just so
Kingdom
identifiable.
Hearts, you can pick any of them from the main 3 games. You can pick Simple and Clean, you can pick Sanctuary, you can pick Face My Fears. Any
Those
of them
are
are
not the main
are-
theme of the game.
Yes, they are.
No, the main theme is the piano theme that plays at the menu.
At the title screen, you think that's the main thing?
That's the main theme of Kingdom Hearts.
Dearly
what-
Beloved is the name of that song.
I see what you're meaning. Yeah, I would. The only reason I push back on that, I can't remember if it's the case with Sanctuary. I'm pretty sure it is, but that bookends. It's like the beginning and the end. Like it's the thing
That's Simple and Clean. Simple and Clean.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, they
those are
bookend it
bangers.
with every game, but
Mm.
Yeah, well, Simple and Clean's a banger. I don't like Sanctuary.
Oh damn.
Nah, I think Sanctuary.
I'm also a Simple and Clean defender. I like Sanctuary, it's just not as good.
I think Sanctuary is weak.
Mm.
Simple and Clean is a banger. But yeah, I think it's that piano thing. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, it plays throughout most of the game.
That's true.
Main theme. All right, yeah, you're right.
Hades.
Oh, I fucking Hades. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Oh,
For both of
hell
them
yeah.
on those lists.
I don't know if Hades is cracking top 10.
Yeah,
I don't
can't-
think so.
I can't imagine it not.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Other main themes. Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy, really, in general. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know. I don't like that theme.
You don't?
I don't like it. I think it's
Damn.
fine. I think it's sonically it's pleasant to listen to,
Fair
but
enough.
I don't think it's super. See,
Someone
the thing
say
about
sonically. Someone say sonically.
yeah, right. the thing about main themes to me is it has to be like easily identifiable. Like, that's that theme. You know, Mario, you know what that main theme is. You know, Snake Eater, you know, you'll hear it and you know what it is. I don't know if Final Fantasy does that. The battle theme of FF7 does that. You know, a bunch of other FF7 tracks do that, but I don't know if the main theme does. Maybe I'm wrong.
I wouldn't put it at number 1. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it'd be possibly in the top 10 list because it's. You say identifiable. I think that's very identifiable.
So what is this that we're making? Is it the best? Is it the most recognizable? Is it the most memorable?
I think it's the best, but what makes a main theme the best is how, like,
you go. That's it. That's from that game.
It is an element of the game, like you just know, like it's part of the aura of the game.
Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, Mario. 100%.
Yeah, because like again,
that's
if we're going off of
that to me like is the Pirates of the Caribbean theme of video games.
What does that mean?
It's. I mean, I'm getting
because the Pirates of the Caribbean is the best like movie song.
What?
Like the main thing?
Pretty
Pretty up there.
I think there's I think what's his name? John
Williams?
John Williams?
Yeah, I think John Williams would like to have a conversation with you, but okay.
We
I'm
didn't
just
say
saying.
the person who made that is the best composer. We just said it's the best song.
I think John Williams, yes, of course, is the number one composer, but he just didn't make the best song.
The singular best.
That's crazy.
I mean,
crazy.
He has the best,
that's insane.
Best filmography.
And I love the Pirates theme, but come on, man, Star Wars. What are we doing?
Yeah, I'd put it over Star Wars as like a main
Easily.
Like, again,
Indiana Jones.
Easily.
No, well,
Easily.
no.
Pirates is not better than Star Wars and Indiana Jones. What are we doing?
Well,
I'm not
as far
saying
as
the
main
movies
themes,
are.
main themes.
I am on this conversation.
Okay.
Join me in shorthand, guys. Understand that what we're talking about.
Well, Tavin, you're a Star Wars
the
fanboy,
Pirates
so you get
theme is not better than Star Wars, and it's not better than the Indiana Jones theme. It's just not.
I think
Rocky Balboa is better.
I think iconically those are more like notifiable.
You're out of your mind.
How am I out of my mind?
You're not out of your mind. I would maybe not Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones, I think, is better than the
Indiana Jones. I'd probably
Pirates of
put
the
number
Caribbean
one.
No.
That's insane.
No,
and it's
Pirates,
crazy
dude.
that Phil just thought he could shorthand that and get away with it.
Absolutely,
like,
I
it's just
could.
oh, of course it's the Pirates thing. Who the fuck talks about Pirates of the Caribbean as the best movie theme ever?
a lot of people.
It's great. Y'all do this thing where you make me sound like a hater, you know? But like, let's have real conversations here.
If the boot fits.
It don't. That's the thing. It's a size too big.
How many boots does Star Wars have comparison to Pirates of the Caribbean?
So many.
I don't think so. I think
So many boots.
Pirates of the
And
Caribbean
they
has
fit
more
so
boots.
much
The
better.
stormtroopers all wear boots, you know.
Their
Yeah.
full armor though
So
isn't
many
really
boots.
like
So many boots.
it's kind of it's
Darth
armor.
Vader's got boots. Kylo Ren's got boots. Darth Maul's got boots. Obi-Wan Kenobi's got boots.
I'm trying to classify as like armor.
Both the Fets have boots.
Like armor. What's it called? No, they're called something else. They're not called just boots. They're called something else. They're
They're
called
just boots, man. They're just boots.
No. They're something else. There's something else.
Greaves?
No, that's the shins.
What?
Mario is the
More
video
boots.
game song.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. Mario
Pac-Man
is
have
the
a
video game
song? I don't know Pac-Man's song.
Fuck, it does.
Zelda
Waka
theme's
waka
great.
waka 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 waka.
Hey, you know what it is right when you hear it. I feel like
The Zelda theme is the dun 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 dun. Dun. That's the Zelda
Yeah.
theme, right?
Yeah.
Pokemon is another one.
no, this is.
Are you referring to the theme song of the show?
No. What is the theme? What is the theme that always plays in
It's
Smash?
different in every game.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about then.
No, there might be a
There's like a theme. There's a song that plays in Smash that's fantastic.
the intro's always different, but I feel like there's a Smash Bros main theme. I think you can even
No.
choose it on the
Are you
stage.
talking about? Wait, he was talking about Pokemon before, Connor.
Oh.
But via Smash is what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Pokemon Arena, Pokemon Battle. Pokemon...
Oh, but okay, I'll give that one to you. Yeah.
Again, I could go any. Well, I won't go the first one, but I could go 2 or 3 for Metal Gear.
No, that 2 makes sense. too.
MGS2 is
It's gonna be
crazy.
3.
It'd
No,
be 3.
for the main theme. It's gonna be 3.
I'm taking Snake Eater first, but the 1 and 2 is
very, very good.
I think Snake Eater leans on camp, and 2 is trying to be like a phenomenal orchestral theme.
Camp kind of wins out in that case.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, are we agreeing that the theme for Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is the song Snake Eater?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so why is it that we said Dearly Beloved is the Kingdom Hearts one when that's just happens to be the one in all the other games, when each of the individual games themselves have their own individual song? Similar in the same vein as Snake Eater.
It does become
and
tricky
why would it not
franchise.
why would it not be for the title screen theme for Snake Eater? Why is it not like that kind of like drum beat, like the
because it's not always what plays on the main menu. I think it's what identifies the game or / franchise. If you were to go, what is the Metal Gear Solid main theme, the franchise? I'm not reaching for Snake Eater. I'm probably just reaching for the Alert theme. You know, is probably what I'm reaching for. But like that would be like saying the main theme of Metal Gear Solid 1 is the best is yet to come. You know? And I wouldn't say that's the main thing to allude to your Kingdom Hearts thing with Simple and Clean and all those things. I think those are great and they give the franchise character, but I don't think it's the main theme. When I say main theme, I think it's the one that penetrates pop culture in a different way. I think fans love it and they love to talk about these things, and I'm willing to admit that maybe Snake Eater falls into that, but I mean, I'm putting like when you talk about MGS3 specifically, what other song could you point to as the main theme other than Snake Eater? When you talk about Kingdom Hearts, I can point to that piano theme that you gave the name of that I don't remember. But
Dearly Beloved.
I don't think Simple and Clean penetrates enough in comparison to that piano theme. I think people know that piano theme means Kingdom Hearts.
How about here we go. It's finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you want to clap as we bring you through this monkey rap. Huh.
He knows the whole DK rap. Look at him.
Hey, it's the DK rap.
He's the leader of the bunch.
I know you keep going because it is good.
I would.
Good.
I wouldn't say that's the Donkey Kong main theme. I would say the one Phil's
the
saying
Donkey
earlier
Kong
was
64 one.
It might be.
It's the thing that plays at the beginning.
Okay. Again, it's not always the beginning.
The Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country is the one that I was doing.
You're right. Okay. Yeah.
The
trying to think of like another thing we hadn't said for main theme.
For great main themes, it does get a little tricky.
Sonic. It
took a second because I always think of Green Hill Zone first, but he's right at it. Yeah.
Not to mention, I know we already put it in the other list, but we were confused if that's just because it's the only one we think of when we think it's one of the best soundtracks, Uncharted 2, that main thing.
Yeah, I only ever think of the main theme when I think about Uncharted.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like the soundtrack is good beyond that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is too.
I don't know if it's top 10
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if it might get knocked out.
Yeah,
you know, but it's worth talking about.
Yeah,
but yeah, that main Uncharted theme. So good, so good.
God, the intro to that sounds so similar to A Whole New World.
Some of it, I could see that, yeah. And then they get bonus points in Uncharted 4 by giving you the slowed down piano version. And you're like, oh, my feelings. How great of a cheat is that? If like you have like a really bombastic theme, just slow it down and strip it down to a piano, and you get brownie points from fans. That's crazy. Metal Gear's great.
What would you say is the
Connor? MGS4 theme is pretty great.
It is. It is.
You know, main title theme right there.
What would you say the main theme of Rising Revengeance is, Connor?
That's the thing. The big parts.
I can't believe we haven't talked about it yet. Halo.
Halo fucking
Oh.
stupid. Both on the list.
Yeah, on both lists. If we're to pick one game, I reach for 3. Fan consensus usually goes for 2, and I don't understand why.
It's because "Blow Me Away" by Breaking Benjamin.
Hell yeah!
But that song's not that good though.
Fire you
I'm
go!
gonna
It's
stone you
time
to
to
death,
run.
You said it.
Blow
You
me
said earlier
away.
you were insulting the Final Fantasy chime. I took it on the chin. I can't stand by and just let you say that.
Are we,
I don't think that
are we
song's that
referring to the?
More like it was the main theme of
No,
the.
it's the main theme.
Oh, okay.
The little chimes that play before you even get to the main menu.
Yeah, it's trash.
Yeah, thank you. It's not good. Not good.
And why'd you put it down there?
To humor you. To humor you.
Sure,
but I'll
humor
take
me.
it off.
Cross
It's
it
gone.
out. Cross it out.
It's gone.
It's gone.
3
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
All right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, I tried to humor you.
Yeah, huh?
For top 10 soundtracks of all time, are we all in agreement for 3, or do we want to make a case for 2?
I'd have to-
Fans were also reaching to Reach, and I can't remember a single song from Reach.
Lone Wolf is incredibly good.
I can
know
only
that
think
one.
of Lone Wolf. Yeah. No, but I would say Halo 3 for sure.
3's so good.
Mm-hmm.
How is 3 might be a little underrated within the fan base, and I don't understand why, because it's the best.
I don't think so. They get the electric guitar. Yeah.
We're gonna have some hard truths come out when we get to Halo 2
I'm looking
for
forward
the
to
game club. We're gonna have some hard truths.
What, you gonna insult
Tavin,
it?
we playing co-op on that one again? We did for the first one.
Yeah, we did. I was thinking we should probably switch it up and have you two do co-op, and I'll go solo. And then by the time it's because Phil, you and I also did Portal 2 together.
That's true.
That was so much fun.
But I mean, we didn't. Yeah, I mean, I guess we completed the co-op campaign, but like that wasn't. We also played, individually, like the actual like story. Each.
Oh,
of us,
for Portal 2, yeah, because that's a different thing. Yeah. It's not like Halo where like you're getting essentially. The same
We also
experience.
we didn't like. It was kind of just a thing we decided to do for Portal 2. We were like, hey, you want to knock out the co-op?
I actively wanted to play the co-op because I knew how good that was, and it's arguably better than the single player.
God, I was zonked out of my mind.
Yeah, you were annoying to deal with. Phil, just put the cube down. But like, why? Because it's a button. Put it down.
I was like, how do I do that? How do I put it down? What button do I push?
Left trigger?
He was honestly, he was worse than you. Like, it was like, Jesus, dude.
But sometimes I would solve it faster. It might have been like 2 out of the 20 times, but I would solve it faster.
He would solve it fast, right? 2 out of the 20 times. But like the logic wouldn't be there. It was just like the vibe of it. He's just like, this is the answer, and I'm like, how? He goes, I don't know. It just is.
I get it. I was Zach Galifianakis counting cards in The Hangover.
God. I think we're good there.
Yeah. Because again, and maybe next time when we be more,
we're missing things.
We are,
yeah.
Guys,
we're missing things.
Maybe
I'm
overrating
honestly
things.
so excited. What we need to do is when Gears of War comes to PlayStation, we need to play it.
Only 2 players, isn't it?
Yes, but I'm saying we need to play it.
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to play for the game club.
Make it? If you want to make it, you can make it.
You get to choose.
You get to choose.
Unless what if it
Not
comes out
for August, no.
I'll go.
We don't have a date for that yet, though, right?
It's in August. It literally has a date, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Wouldn't it be funny if it gets the spinner wheel next month?
I thought it was just like later this year.
No. Gears of War Reloaded.
Is it?
It's like August 27th or something like that.
Good round number.
It's a day before Delta Snake Eater. You're all fucked. August 26th. Wow, look at you. Yeah. 2 days before Delta Snake Eater. Y'all can't talk to me.
All right, Connor.
You want to play some Gears of War?
Means,
No, I don't want to play Gears of War.
Connor, that means that we got to co-op it.
Gears of War time. Never played the first one.
Hell yeah.
That's, yeah.
Maybe
I got
it's
you,
not.
Dom.
Dom and Marcus.
I've heard.
That's my brother.
I enjoy one of the guys from Kind of Funny, but he's also a part-time streamer. Andy Cortez. He's playing through the Gears of War games with
Yes.
Ray Narvaez
And
Jr.
with Ray
And he
Narvaez
did-
Jr. Yep.
What gets me excited about playing Gears 2 and Gears 3 or whatever is because he then later went on, he's like, yeah, Gears 1, it was all right. It was a, fine game or whatever, which is how I feel about it. But then he went, Gears 2, though, is a fucking video game. And I was like, oh, okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, you played it, right?
Just one.
Just one. Okay, yeah. 2 is.
Yeah, we played one on Hype co-op.
Yeah. I thought for some reason you also guys started doing 2 but didn't finish it.
No, I didn't
No,
get there
because two was weird. It's locked on the 360.
Oh. No, not PC.
No, it's not on PC.
yet. Why do I remember seeing the icon on Game Pass?
Nope,
I mean,
not for
I
2. Gears of War 2 and 3 are locked on the 360.
He's more than likely right.
Yep.
But I just, for some reason, I remember seeing, I'm conflating it with my Xbox One and backwards compatibility.
Yep. Yep. Gears 2 and 3 are locked on the 360.
Yeah, I was just.
Well,
looking
I
at
mean,
it.
Xbox has backwards compatibilities.
Judgment.
Yeah, but who wants that game?
Mm,
It wasn't bad. It
it
wasn't bad.
was cash grab. It seemed.
It was a little cash grabby, but it was good enough. Got some good stuff in there.
Mhm.
It was a very different style. It was very you got like a star ranking for like how well you performed on the
Is
on
it cash
each
grabby or is
act.
it just we made another one?
Maybe it was more just we made another one.
Yeah.
It was a spin-off. It
Yeah.
was happening during all.
But that
like-
doesn't make it cash grabby. It's just we made. I mean, that's just as cash grabby as literally anything else.
Fair enough.
It's just as cash grabby as them making Final Fantasy VII remake and rebirth, and
Well,
That's more cash grabby if you want to be honest.
Though they
Yeah.
were bold with it, Tavin. You can't say that.
Well, I mean, just because they put some artistic intent behind it doesn't mean it's
It eliminates the. Cash
I don't think it's cash grab either. But
based on the same argument.
do they
Judgment.
Do
Yeah, I
they?
get it.
Hey, if you have an argument of why remakes are cash grabs, take a look at Tavin's video.
they are sometimes. Sometimes they are. Undeniably. But the pros outweigh the cons.
It's true.
They do.
Video.
Boys, I think it's a pretty solid end to this podcast.
Very
And thank you
solid.
so much for joining us. Let us know what your favorite soundtrack / main theme in video games is. Tell us if you were able to realize that fish translated is, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog, because what are you, an idiot?
Mhm.
And let us know what your favorite video game movie is. And drop down in the comments. Leave us a like, and subscribe. And check out all of our social medias in the description below. And boys, let's say goodbye.
Advent Children is the best video game movie.
God, no. Not even close.